All right, welcome to this CGTN live stream. My name is Omar Khan, and we are here live at the 134th edition of the Canton Fair, arguably the world's largest, oldest trade expo in the world. So it's going to be a lot of fun discussing the new features, the new products, the changes that overseas buyers have witnessed at this event. Now, today, I'm pleased to be joined by Rateb Juma from Kuwait, originally from Palestine. Thank you so much for joining us. And Lorenzo Hernandez from Colombia, who has just told me he's been around the world, the UK, the US, and now here at the Canton Fair. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Rateb, I'm going to start with you. The Canton Fair. You told me before we went live to our show today that you've been here 24, 25 years. Tell us a bit more about your history, your experience coming here.
Most welcome, and I would like to thank you all for receiving me here. Honestly, my first time to China or to Canton Fair was in 1998 or 99. There's a big difference between that time and this time. From everything, I can feel that lots of changes has been made since that time to this moment. During these years, I have met lots of suppliers. Most of them, I have been to many factories, and this communication in Canton Fair has given a good chance for me to improve our business and improve our work and get what I need for my market in Kuwait.
I'll jump to some of the products that you're looking for later in the show. Lorenzo, yourself, I think you haven't been here for 25 years, maybe a lot fewer years, you could say. What's your experience been like? Obviously, we had 3 years of COVID and the pandemic impacted a lot of people coming here, but you were also telling me around 4 or 5 times you've been here. Just share with us what your experience has been like.
So first of all, thank you for having us here.
Absolutely.
I'm here in representation of my father and our company, Mario Hernandez. So we're from Colombia. How we say, de Colombia pa'l mundo. This is not my first time here, but my father, first time he came to China was 1992.
Okay.
First time he came to the Canton Fair was 20 years ago. So the development and everything that's changed and evolved is incredible. For example, the last time that I was able to be here was 2019, which was before COVID.
Yeah.
And I can say that the improvements that have been made in the last 4 years are astonishing.
Awesome.
It's incredible how much everything has evolved since then.
Also, I want to move to, it's kind of a basic question, but I think you guys could talk about it and expand on this. Why do you come to Canton Fair? Because for a lot of people, it's, okay, you get to Guangzhou, you find some products, you buy and ship it. But your father's business has been here for 2 decades. You've been coming here since 1998. So you guys don't have to go on too long about it, but in a way so the audience understands, so people can get a grasp of it. Why do you come here? Rateb, I'll start with you.
Yes, actually, in the past, the communication was very difficult.
Okay, communication between other vendors, suppliers.
To make an order, you have, to send the fax, and you have to follow lots of things. And at the end, lots of mistakes happened. But when you come and be in touch direct with the suppliers, you give all details you want. And you also see everything in front of you. And if there is anything, any comments, you can directly say it, and you don't leave the place until you get what you want.
What you need.
And what you need exactly, which match with my market in Kuwait.
Okay.
Yes. This is the main thing.
I'll jump in. Do you want to follow up to that? Because you mentioned a good point, the ability to come face to face, to tell a supplier, this is not the specifications I wanted. I want the product like this, the materials like this. I know, again, the timing is different, but what can you say to that?
No, I just think the Canton Fair is simply the best. So we travel year round. We go to Italy, we go to Brazil. I was recently in Italy 2 months ago, and the size of the Canton Fair and the products that you can find here is simply, there's just no comparison to any other fair worldwide.
All right. Now, the products you're looking for, I know you're in
yes,
foods.
one thing I want. Yes. One thing I want to add, which I believe that the most important reason for making the product of China occupied all the world
Yeah, they're everywhere. Chinese products are everywhere. That's for
in
sure.
some countries, they say, this is our product, buy it or leave it. But in China, they say, this is our product, but in case you want any amendment, you need anything to be adjusted,
We'll do it
we are ready to do it for you. And this is the main thing which made the Chinese products going in each and every house in this
In
world.
every market,
Yes,
globally,
yes,
internationally.
yes. And easy, very easy, even due also to competitive prices.
Yeah, and
Go
which
on,
it
go
definitely
ahead.
has to do with the Chinese mentality. So the difference between kind of the European mentality, where it's like, this is how we have it in blue. If you like it, you can take it or not. But here, it's, if you don't like it, we can find the product that you have for you. We can work on the price. If this isn't the quality you're looking for, we can either upgrade or we can downgrade. But I think the reason why you see Chinese products everywhere is because the mentality that the Chinese culture has towards business.
Everything improved, finishing, this is the main thing, eyes first buy. So finishing now, Chinese product, finishing now, it's very competitive.
It's competitive. It's growing. It's funny because the history or the reputation, I should say, of Chinese products is cheap but low quality. But when I look outside behind me through this window, there are buyers from around the world. We have over 150,000. I still try to figure out if that's cumulative or this phase.
Yes.
But clearly people are coming here to buy products they believe will serve their market, their consumers in their home countries, or wherever they're doing business.
Absolutely right.
So I'll start with you. Lorenzo, what do you think of the quality of the products here?
So we're a fashion.
Dive into that. Go ahead.
We're not even a fashion brand. We're a fashion house, and we are the most luxurious fashion house in Colombia. So we work with luxury products. And when you talk about quality, and sometimes when you talk about China, sometimes people feel like those two words can't go together.
Yeah.
But it's not the same in all cases. Everyone, when they buy an iPhone and they pay $2,000, $3,000 for an iPhone, it's made in China, it's assembled in China.
True.
And in China, you can find from the best, most competitive price to the highest quality products. And here, when we come to find products, we can find the highest quality types of products, and they're all made here in China.
At a good price point?
At a good price
You think
point.
it's
And the
affordable?
prices have improved around 30% since the last time we were here in 2019.
Okay, so you read my mind. So since 2019, have you noticed changes in the quality of the products?
So the quality has either maintained or gone a little bit better, but the prices have decreased at least 30%.
Have come down.
Exactly.
And that's perfect for
That's
our
really good for us.
And
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I guess comparing 1998 and 1999 to 2023 is probably not a good sort of scale. But in the past few years, maybe before COVID, 2019 to today, your products, you're in the foods industry. Tell us a bit more about that.
Actually, we are specialized in canned food, pulses, seafood, and such kind of food. Goods improved a lot. Backing, finishing, everything has been improved. At the same time, the price has been a little bit goes up, but now it is in the level.
It's stable.
Yeah, in the level where buyers can buy, and they are happy with the amount they pay to get such kind of products. They feel sufficient with such kind of product with the amount they are paying. As example, you can get one can of tuna, as example, made in Europe for $5, and from China for $3. So the amount you pay for this $3 sufficient. I feel the customer, he's happy to pay this $3 to get such kind of quality, and no complaint at the end. No complaint that the quality is good, the finishing is good, and the taste is good according to the specifications of our country and
your market.
Yes,
but everything has improved. So when you come to China, and the first time I was able to come to China was 2012.
Okay.
Right, and everything has improved. So we come from Colombia. Colombia's is a country at the end of the day. It's dangerous in certain ways. And here, I would feel very much at home because you kind of always have to be worried where your phone is.
Right.
You always have to be wary of your surroundings. Here nowadays in China, you feel safe anywhere.
Yes. So I'm going to jump in because both of you, I live here, so it's not a fair comparison. When you come to Canton Fair, your Canton Fair begins when you land in China. So
Yeah.
it's a whole experience about that.
Yeah, 100%. For us, we visit the trims market.
Okay.
We visit the raw materials market. We visit everything. It's not just coming here. Next week, we're visiting all of the different factories. So when we come here for at least two to 3 weeks.
Wow. So it's a major time commitment
Yes,
in this
definitely.
regard.
Yeah.
Is it similar for you that when you come to China?
I stay, of course, usually I stay around 1 week to 8 days. But sometimes I used to go to visit some of my suppliers, factories, and also it will be around 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about the relationship that you, perhaps your father through your family business and yourself because of you being here so many times, the relationship you build with suppliers. I think some people don't understand that. People think you just come here, oh, I like that, I buy it.
No.
But the people I've spoken to here, they say, oh, it feels so nice that I ran into a supplier and they remember me from 5-6 years ago. I don't know that feeling because I don't do this trade. I'm here to talk to you guys.
I can tell you something amazing about this case. From any place in the world, if you want to buy, in general, you have to pay advance. And after that, before shipping, you have to pay the balance. I'm proud to tell you that during the past 20 years, 25 years, I have built strong relations with many factories.
Here?
Here, of course. I'm talking about Canton Fair and China in general. And I'm proud to tell you that I am receiving goods without paying a single cent. That means we have built strong trust. Imagine that they are sending goods 20 or 2 containers, 20 feet.
Yeah.
And they are not asking for money.
They're waiting.
Nothing. Just we are shipping. You have your time to send me the money.
That's the definition.
One of them, the man, this Tan Sang-Soo company, I'm dealing with them since 1993.
Wow.
And during COVID, COVID makes us, knows who's our friends and who's our real suppliers. He shipped for me for approximately $280,000 without single cent from my side, from my company side, of course.
Over $250,000 US dollars worth of food supply.
That made me, proud to have such kind of suppliers.
Yeah.
I'll try and get Lorenzo to jump in on that.
For us, for example, and I'll give you just three examples. So here with Irene. Irene has been our agent for 30 years, and it's not that she's just our agent. We know her entire family. We're gonna go play golf with her father-in-law next Thursday. Last night we had dinner with one of our suppliers, and my father and him are as if they were brothers.
Okay.
And they were talking about that they were brothers. A dinner that started at 6. Ended up at maybe
this morning. What time did you?
12 p.m. because they were so happy to see each other. He's coming to visit us in Colombia at the end of the month. My father, his birthday was on the 31st of October, and one of our suppliers actually made a birthday party for him.
Surprised him, huh?
Surprised him with a birthday, with the whole dinner coming in, had birthday cake, had balloons, had everything. So it's come to the point where now we have a network of suppliers that are basically as if we had our Chinese family here in
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I want to talk about your markets that you serve. I'm assuming you're in Kuwait. You had told me before that you primarily focus on the Kuwait market, sometimes Iraq and the region. You're the biggest fashion house in Colombia.
Yes, but we have so Colombia, Venezuela, Panama, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, and the United States.
That's more than just one country. That's a wider region.
The region, yes, wider region.
I want to ask, what do you think, because I'm not in this trade, I'm not in the business, I'm not an entrepreneur, but I do want to know, what now in 2023, what is the perception of made in China by perhaps someone from Colombia, someone from Kuwait? Lorenzo, I'll start with you.
So I think it's improved. It's definitely improved, but there's a lot of work to be done, right? Because I feel that in general, the consumer tends to pick which products they look at made in China well or they don't. So with for example, an iPhone, they see it as a complete luxury. But when you're talking about maybe like a leather handbag or a pair of shoes, they don't see it yet as something as of quality of something that would be made maybe in Turkey or something that is not necessarily made in Italy, which is the highest price. Exactly, something like that.
And in Kuwait and in the Middle East, perhaps, the attitude from the local consumer. towards a Chinese product?
Is
Has it gotten worse? Is it better? Is there an understanding that quality
the name of Chinese products has been improved a lot during the last 10, 15 years. You know, before maybe some people, you know, they have, and you can say they scared. Scared made in China. But now, everyone happy with the product. And as example, I have TV, you know, made in China since more than 12 years. The amount I have been paid for to buy this one is for me, you know, sufficient. And if it worked for 2 years, 3 years, it's not. But now 12 years.
it's working?
Yeah, it's working, and nothing. No, nothing. What to say is exactly what I want to say. Is people nowadays very happy with the products they are buying made in China with the amount they are paying. This is the most important
It
thing.
always comes
economic.
down.
You know, nowadays, you know, in every country, especially in the Middle East, you know, lots of countries, the income is not that much. So they are nowadays, they can, but with this small income, they can buy TV, they can buy mobile, they can buy lots of things, which is, you know, if it is coming from other sources like Europe, or
Too expensive.
It definitely depends on the categories.
Yes.
So, for example, in fashion, any suitcase that's made in China is seen as high quality.
Really?
Sunglasses that are made in China are high quality.
Sorry, I'm going to bring it. So a suitcase made in China
Is seen as high quality.
Can you explain that? I
Because
didn't think of that category.
It usually, when you look at products, it usually depends on the complexity of the components. So all of the raw materials worldwide come from China.
Okay.
So when you look at a suitcase, it's one of the most complex products to put together because it has a trolley, because it has a wheel system. It also has different materials that make up kind of the body. So you have ABS, you have polypropylene, you have, and behind all of that is huge machinery that also gets developed in China.
Okay.
So when you're talking about all of those components, specifically for suitcases, a lot of that is seen that it can only come from China.
So therefore it must be good.
Exactly, and there's nowhere else to make it. Clearly here there's a range of prices where you can buy suitcases that are very entry price or very high quality. So it's a complete different thing. The same with sunglasses. Sunglasses, the majority of the luxury sunglass market is made here in China.
Right.
Exactly.
I had no. Those are two.
Let me add, you know, something also. I used to buy lots of products from Europe and from Australia, from North America, and the same products have been changed to be imported from China.
Exactly.
So they're sort of replaced.
And
Yes.
I didn't receive any comments from customers, quality change or anything.
And
So
something
that
really
they are happy.
interesting.
Yes, at the
Yeah.
same time they are
Really
paying less.
Yeah.
They are taking the same quality, but they are paying less. So
And
they are
something
more
really
happy.
interesting is other countries, for example, we've just been to the fair in Italy, right? And the Italians are very proud of what is made in Italy. And it's the first time that we visited a fair in Italy where you have Italians with Italian companies with stands in an Italian fair selling product made in China.
China.
No.
Yes.
So
yes.
that shows the quality that China has. And here, just to say it again, the progress, you don't just see it at the fair. You see it when you walk out. You see it in the restaurants. You see it at the hotels. You see it at the different like spas that the place offers. You see it in the quality of the clothes that everyone here in China is wearing. You see it in what the cars that they're driving. You see it the phones that they're using. You can tell that China kind of just represents one thing and its progress from start to finish.
Myself being here 12 years, it's definitely gone in a direction where things, especially infrastructure, transportation, has improved incredibly. Largest high-speed railway.
That's why you see that this much of people in Canton Fair.
And I wanted to. So you buy a product. I want to go back to the nitty and gritty of Canton Fair for a moment. A reason a lot of people like to do import-export in China is because let's say you have a manufacturer or a supplier, getting that to a port, getting that on a boat, and then to its eventual destination, wherever it's going to be processed once again or sold directly to the market. No other country has this. I'm not sure how much you guys can comment on that. Okay, so let's say you secure a deal with one of the suppliers here. You don't have to worry about it getting to your destination, right? Is that a very smooth process?
No, you definitely have to worry about it. Because,
definitely-
yeah, definitely. So here you work with FOB. So FOB
Yeah,
is
for board,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. But you definitely have to have an agent that takes care and then brings it, that takes care and makes sure it brings it there. But the process runs smoothly.
Okay.
Everything works. There's a surplus of containers that are constantly going. You have, you could go by boat, you can go by air freight. So there's a mix. It's not that you don't have to worry, it's just that the whole system is created that you can just find everything that you need and it's
There's
there for you
perfect
to
system.
understand.
There's
exactly.
perfect system.
There's definitely a system.
And
And the suppliers
Go ahead.
worry about how you're going to do it. If you don't have an agent that will help you with the freight, they'll provide one or they'll help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all in place. For
Yeah.
food, I would imagine that is a very specific way.
Yes, yes. There's, and of course, for food, you know, and each country have their own specifications.
Regulations for
Yeah,
food
and
import,
yes, labeling and all this finishing.
But,
And whatever we tell our suppliers, they do.
They
They do. Yes.
That's
this
kind of
is
what
the
Chuck
main
was
thing.
saying. It's the Chinese mentality. Anything you want,
they will do it.
Yeah,
They will
do it.
adjust
They will do it.
according to
Everything.
your needs,
and
yes.
that's why you see so much progress, because it's the capacity to understand that being flexible and being there for your client will get you much further than being
Right.
so rigid.
But not everything, because as you gentlemen, you kind of put it, it's a really good experience the way you're putting
Yeah, of course,
Canton
of
Fair.
course.
Obviously, it's fun. You get to come to Guangzhou and you travel around China. But when it comes to doing business here, there has to have been some times where you're discussing with a supplier and things didn't work out. The negotiation, the discussion, the face-to-face. What's that like? Because not every time you meet with someone here, a deal is made, right?
Yes.
There has to be moments where there is disagreement.
But that's
What-
kind of the ticket to success. So
Sure,
if,
that's the nature of business.
if you visit 100 stands, you will most likely do business with 5.
Yes. You know,
It's that low.
Yeah, well, but then what you're trying to do is you're trying to establish long-term relationships with different ones. It's
Right.
not good business to change and have different suppliers every
course.
time.
I
It's not
agree
good.
with you.
Exactly. So here, kind of what you do is you try to develop a good relationship and you try to understand the product, but you try to make relationships for the long term, not just short term.
it's very good to know with whom you are working face to face. You
True.
know, yeah.
And
This
the
is
reason
very-
why people trust you is because you worked with them for so long. The
Yes.
reason why they'll do a surprise birthday party
Yes,
for their
but-
father is
but-
because they know them for so long.
Believe me, now when I'm walking in the hall, everyone, hi, please, we would like to work with you. We would like that's why.
Yeah.
So it's both ways. It goes for
If
I
it-
guess for the buyers, for
if-
the exhibitors. Both of you are building trust that way.
Yeah.
Of course.
We've never had big problems.
He has to be trust that his money will come to him.
Yeah.
And I will be, I
You will receive your
yes,
product.
receive the product according to my needs.
Okay.
According to my order.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the main thing.
I was gonna ask, but you kind of just yelled it out. You've never had a big problem at the Canton Fair. Nothing that stood out.
Canton
No.
Fair, or you mean with the suppliers?
I mean, have you ever walked away from a Canton Fair and you felt it wasn't a success, or do you always see it as an
no, no, no.
investment?
I know.
Always.
I'll tell you, before Corona, I felt that there's less people coming. That's why I spoke with my suppliers. Where is the customers? Where's the people?
Mm-hmm.
And this was due, of course, to problems or strict conditions and rules to get a visa. That's all. I am 25 years
Here.
coming here. Every time I have to go and get
Yeah,
visa
no.
and apply, and then
I've often heard that.
Yes.
And I believe this year, actually, the immigration authorities in China are slowly making the visa process back to what it was before Corona.
Of course.
So slowly we're going in that
No,
direction.
and as example, I have got more than 30 or 40 visas. So when I go there, I'm supposed to get something special, especially that during all my trips to China, I have never faced any problem, and I have never made any problem.
True.
Yes.
Well, you've all been behaving well when you come to
So
a
at
foreign
least when I
country.
go, I have to feel that I'm getting something special, not same as first time. Yeah.
I think, gentlemen, we've gone over a variety of topics. I know you and your father, yourself, Ratab, you
Most
guys
welcome.
have to run back to doing some business. And I know it's valuable time. I like how you said, I'm getting paid right now. And you guys
We're losing money, as Omar is
really
making money right now.
No.
We need to go.
They will compensate us.
mean,
Don't worry, they will compensate.
I was at the Asian Games a month ago, and I worked 26 days straight. There was no overtime for
Good.
me. It was just my standard. It was great. I want to finish off by asking, very straightforward, what is your future outlook? What are your expectations? Are you going to be coming here again and again? Roundtable, I'll start with you.
Yes, for me, I can promise you that I will be attending this fair every season.
Forever.
Yes,
Until you
until I resign.
Until you retire.
Yes, you know, this is because I have during the past 20-25 years, I have received by good people. I have seen lots of good things. I have enjoyed my time here, and I have got what I want to improve my business.
So you've across the board, good suppliers, good individuals. You've made relationships with the right people, and you're still able to satisfy the market.
Yes, and sometimes, believe me, even if no need to come, I want to come just to say hello to my suppliers. Believe me,
Yes, of course.
hello, because also they visit me also, they visit us, and it becomes not only business relationship, friendship and business.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm assuming because I know it's a family business, you're going to echo a similar sentiment to that.
Definitely. So we've historically have come once a year to the Canton Fair. We're seeing the necessity to come twice a year.
Okay.
But something that is very important and something that's very beautiful about the progress that we're seeing in China is that the opportunity to buy products and develop products in China is not the only opportunity we're seeing. Something that we're seeing with the Chinese public is that there's a massive opportunity to start selling here in China. So we have seen that there's a massive interest for the Chinese public. They want to dress differently.
Yep.
They want to buy things from other countries. So one thing that's very important, and as Omar is making money and we're losing money right now, I want to take this opportunity to say MarioHernandez.com. You can have all of our products. We can ship anywhere worldwide. We look and we want to sell to the Chinese public. We love you as a country, and something that we feel is we feel very identified with the Chinese public because I feel like you as well come from countries that are very hardworking, that come from very difficult backgrounds but have overcome these difficulties to kind of look forward to a more optimistic future. So I feel like we're very similar in a lot of ways.
I can tell you also something amazing, but maybe it doesn't happen with my friend. Once before Corona, I have told my suppliers that I'm not coming to attend. Believe me. One of them, he told me how much it costs you to come, and he sent me the ticket.
No.
Yes. This because of the strong relation.
That the years,
Yes. It's not only communication by fax orders and all these things. That's because I used to come, we used to talk, so the relation becomes strong and friendship becomes strong.
It's
so
human.
when
It's human.
and he did it.
So you ended up.
He did it. He said that this is your
This is
ticket.
income.
This is your ticket. Please come attend. Don't buy. Don't do.
Just
but
come.
you just come.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Rateb Juma, Lorenzo Hernandez, gentlemen, excuse me, thank you so much for making time. I know every second you are losing money right now, but I promise, I think this is a blessing that today we've had.
You
this
promise to
conversation.
compensate or what?
No, I will recommend him to the China Import Expo coming in Shanghai in just 2.5 hours now. I think it's about to kick off.
Yeah. I think next week.
Yeah, I believe next week, and that is a major event up in Shanghai. So again, for those companies who are looking to enter the Chinese market, and it's not just on Expo. You see at a provincial level in China, there's a drive to bring in foreign products and overseas products. Gentlemen, I think we're just around 30 minutes. We've had a great discussion about the 134th edition of the Canton Fair and other editions of the Canton Fair. So for those watching, I hope you got enough insight on what it means to be at this type of event, the relationships beyond business that are formed here and ultimately transform into friendships. A big thank you to our two guests here, and that is all here from Guangzhou.